Well, good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids and I'm in the grow room. It's now 25.5, it was 62% humidity but I've opened and closed the door twice, it's dropped it down to 56. Outside the temperature is 18.2, so it's exceedingly warm today. And everything in this grow room yesterday was watered, except these, the Vandaceous ones, because they were watered the day before, and I've checked them this morning and you see the root there, they're just starting to go dry, so that means then this afternoon I'm going to have to set to and water these. All the Hoyas were watered yesterday, everything. And as I take you round, I'm straddling two water containers which I've just filled up with the water that I've got, and then I'm going to go downstairs and make a new batch. So that's the Vanda curvifolia, and you'll see how everything is drying. Well, it dries as quickly as you've finished one batch, and then you look round and you think, well, goodness gracious, that's dried already. That one, fortunately, I've got bark underneath. That's the M.E.s, and so that stays a little bit more moist. There's the Dendrobium chrysotoxum. Oh, I'm getting caught on a Vanda. That's the other Vanda peaches. And that's the Sidendanthinia. And this is the Elatilio, Epicattleya elatilio. I've had to move the Sergio Aria. There's the big one, Sergio Aria Yukusuku Story, and I had to bring the small one off the window here because it was getting too much sun. So if I just straddle back a bit, oh, I must keep my eye on this one. For some reason it's dropping a leaf, and I don't know why. I've got this one just potted in bark, and this one's the Rincatlianthe Fushu Glory, and I don't know what's I have no idea what's causing that, so I'm going to have to keep my eye on that one. Dear. That's Dusky Maid. That's still got some nice green roots, so I don't need to hydrate that again today. And if I just manoeuvre myself back here, sorry about that. These are the Vandas. That's the Cattleya Pink Diamond. You'll see I've got that scarf up, and I've put this big one which flowered for me, and where's the name gone? This is the same as the other one that I've recently acquired, which is easier to get, the Coltana Gold. That's the new one. Sorry about the light. But this one, I had to move it into this plastic pot yesterday, just with some styrofoam peanuts. And the reason I've had to do that is that terracotta pot was too heavy. It was hurting my wrists, so I've put that in just a plastic pot with styrofoam peanuts, like this is in, but this is in a terracotta one. But that root there is attaching to the side of the terracotta pot, and there's that little one tucked away in there. Don't know whether you'll see that. That's the nice Vanda Cerulsons, just tucked in there. And I've had to turn these this way so they don't face the window, and the reason being, sorry about the light, even the Sedera japonica, because it's that hot there. Look at the new roots, it's that warm that I'm having to do that. I'll bring this one down. This is Laelia rubescens, and that new growth's coming on a treat there. See, this will have to be watered today. And there's the big M.E.s falcata over there. And if I bear with me a minute, let me bring my legs round, and then, whew, that won't be falling over. And if I just actually step back and just put the light on, it'll just help as I go round now. There's the frags. They were all watered yesterday. This big one here, this is Laelia purpurata. Look, it's sending a root down now, and there's no level of water in there, so I should be watering this today. And there's the little Vanda peaches, which is falcata times curvifolia, and those two little roots are extending. And all these were put into these troughs I've got here, and they were absolutely soaked yesterday, and that was Wednesday, so they were watered on Sunday I think it was, Sunday, and I've watered them again. So these are all responding to the light, but you've got to keep up with that water because they require more water than your hybrid Phalaenopsis. And if I go up this one, that's the Walkeriana, doing very well. They all love the very high temperatures. There's that nice big one there. Bring you in a bit. Can you see that one? That's the leaf going to fall off this one. That's the Miltonia Royal Robe. That's the one that's got roots crawling across the gravel. And of course that's the little one that's been in flower for absolutely ages. And again, these were all watered. There's the little Dendrobium tetragonum at the back there. That doesn't like any sunlight, so I've found a little niche for it there. And all these again yesterday, fed and watered. There's still a little bit of dampness in there. So these are all coming along very nicely. Got new root growth, and you see down there. And there we are, you see. Gosh, like a sauna in here, I can't tell you. But I'll put the other fan on shortly. And that's the Hoya pubicalyx black dragon. That's doing very well. It likes this warm temperatures and quite good humidity, and that was fed and watered yesterday. Now I'm wonder where the other fan is now, and I've got no control over that and the noise it makes, so I hope it doesn't distract. That's the Cameridium praestens, and that's the now Maxillaria praestens, and that's Zorro. So there we go. It's quite nice, that breeze. So I came in really just to water these orchids that have got live moss, but you can see some of the moss is dying back for the simple reason it's just getting too warm in here. That's the Loda Jessie. So but I've got a container full of just rainwater, and I shall just spray these, and then These are the other frags that were all done yesterday. And if we go around this way, that's the Laelia labata. Another nice little growth coming there. That one's extending, and this one of course is the Labiata varsarulia. That just loves it in that area. And I did at first wonder whether or not, you know, to continue keep videoing, because I mean, we've got a lot of roots coming on some of these phragmipediums and different things happening, and I don't want everybody to get bored with the same old videos, because I mean, I've not got many blooms, but I've got a lot of growth. That one there, can you see that little nubbin there? Now, I don't know how this has survived, but that's some kind of nobly type, and it's in a tiny, tiny little pot. But hopefully now I'll be able to save that one. And so I thought, well, sometimes, you know, you just like to look at a video. I'm just wondering what that is. That's the Pamela Hetherington. I have to keep my eye on that. And there's the Angraecum sesquipedale, and that's got another leaf coming there. So, and these are the new growths on the Gomza. And that's the little Stelis. Oh, and there's the little flower spike. Can you see it? On that Masdevallia. And giant striped yellow, or yellow giant striped, whatever it is. And I'll show you this little Phalaenopsis. I've just had this. Wasn't doing very well. What have I called it? It's just a no ID. And it's got that new leaf there now. And look, it's got that root. It's got that root. Can you see them? And let's just see if I can put it up here. And it's got another root there. So sometimes, but you see, it's got a rotted root there. Now I'll take, there's two. Can you see that one there and that one there? So I'm going to take this down now, and I'll check those roots. I mean, you will get some root loss when you put them in a kind of vase like this. But I just take it out, cut them off, and hopefully, I mean, there's hardly any reservoir at all. I don't think there's any. There's none at all. So I'm going to take that down with me now. But it seems to be healthy enough. The thing is though, is just to be vigilant. Know what your orchids are doing, so you can tell whether or not anything's wrong with them. So I'm going to place that one in here now. That's the, which one's this? Cultana Gold by Robert's Delight. We've got a nice new centre leaf coming there. We've got that growing tip, and I'm just waiting for some of the other roots now to show signs. And I'm going to put that one, that won't stand there, so that's going to have to come in here as well. But I don't know whether that'll tip up with it being styrofoam. Yes, it will. Can you see how the damage of the sun? So that's another reason I brought it back as well. Right, let's put this one in. This one's doing lovely. It's the same as that one, both Cultana Gold by Dr. Anek. And so that's in that new pot. That can go in there. And that's the other one. And what I'll do now is I usually go downstairs. This one won't soak anything up, but never mind, I'll get a jug. Look at, see the damage. Can you see the damage on the leaves? And well, that one there, the burn, that won't come off. So this is why I've had to bring this big one back and pull that cloth higher. And anyway, let's put this. Oh, I can't put the fan on till I've finished talking with you all because it'll be too noisy. See, we've got some marks on that leaves. There must be some kind of bacterial infection, but you know. Anyway, there's that other the Holco blossoms, and there's little Wangi up there. I'm going to spray them shortly. And these are the two new leaves on this Coleogyne burfordiense. These two. Then these two are the old leaves of what the last but one, and these are the last but two, and then there's these. So these two new ones, okay, these seem to lie on top of them, which I don't want them to do, but what can you say? See, Phalaenopsis is doing really well. They've been watered. Can you see? Nice growing roots. And this is the crew momentum. And it's just a case of keeping everything as hydrated as you can without actually completely overwatering them. See, there's a nice new growth on that cutting of that crew momentum. You see, now that wants watering again now. And these are the Masdevallia's long yellow striped. So anyway, we've come full circle now. And in a nice step back, you'll see the extent of the light as we move along. Now they're the ones now getting soaked first. And see, that one, this side, that's not had the sun. That's not marked, but you'll still see the leaves. So you've got to be so careful. That's a new growth, a new leaf. Yes, protect your orchids from the sunlight. Can you see the glare that I've got there? There we go. That'll come down sometime this afternoon, but not until, it's only 2 o'clock now, not until we've got at least another hour and the sun's not as high. So from me to you, thank you for joining me again, and I hope I'm not being repetitious. I keep putting videos up for you, but because there's not really an awful lot in bloom, but at least we can sit down and perhaps enjoy somebody else's video. I'm going to put this fan on now, and bear with me. Now we're in our bedroom now, and this faces south, of course, and this Dendrobium thysiflorum has been sat on this windowsill with the window open all winter, and there's potential for it to send out flowers, but I don't know whether it will. It has been watered. It's in this little terracotta pot, but we've got no new growth yet, and actually those leaves aren't, they don't look good, do they? But they're not particularly hot, and yet it's sat in a south facing windowsill. So I will update you further if we do happen to get some bloom spikes on here. And just for completeness of the video, there's my Masdevallia Pyxis. This is the one that had that beautiful root system, and then I promptly repotted it and it died. well, virtually died, and we're still in the recovery phase, but I think we might be in for a chance. And if we go across, that's the other one, Masdevallia coriaceae, and again we might be lucky enough that this one picks up. And these actually stay in the bathroom where it's cool, because they are the cool type Masdevallias. So again, I'm going to take my leave of you now, and thank you for joining me, and we'll be back soon. Bye bye now.